It seems the world is under the impression that Zion and the city of Jerusalem are the same location. This one fundamental flaw in understanding has most of the world making up doctrines and dogma to fill in the blanks. Being so far removed from our true heritage, curse of Yah, we have forgotten all the nuances that went along with our culture. Things that were once commonplace and unnecessary to say back then has befuddled the masses today. Zion was Abba Father's holy habitation, separate from the city of Jerusalem. According to Encyclopedia Britannica, under Zion, quote, Zion, in the Old Testament, the easternmost of the two hills of ancient Jerusalem. It was the site of the Jebusite city captured by David, king of Israel and Judah, in the 10th century BC. And that's 2 Samuel 5, 6 through 9. And established by him as his royal capital. So it was basically a suburb. But let's keep going. Some scholars believe that the name also belonged to the stronghold of Zion taken by David, and that's 2 Samuel 5 and 7, which may have been the fortress of the city. The Jewish historian Josephus, in the 1st century AD, identifies Zion with the western hill of Jerusalem, where most of the city lay in his day. This incorrect identification of the site was retained until the 19th or early 20th century, when the site of Zion was identified as the eastern hill, which is modern Ophel. The site was not included in the walls of Jerusalem's 16th century fortification. In biblical usage, however, let's be transparent, Mount Zion often means the city rather than the hill itself. Mount Zion is the place where Yah, the God of Israel, dwells, and that's Isaiah 8 and 18, Psalm 74 and 2. The place where he is king, Isaiah 24 and 23, and where he has installed his king David, that's Psalms 2 and 6. It is thus the seat of action of Yah in history. In the Old Testament, the city of Jerusalem is personified as the woman addressed or spoken of as the daughter of Zion. Also in context charging with feelings aroused by either of the two ideas that stand in opposition to each other, the destruction of Jerusalem or its deliverance. Check this out now. Listen up. It is to Zion that the exiles will be restored. Jeremiah 3 and 14. And there they will find Yah. Jeremiah 31. Example. Look at it like this for a minute. Zion was basically the suburb of Jerusalem and not the city of Jerusalem itself. I highlighted the part where I believe everyone has a stumbling block on. It seems the word Zion is also used to describe the city at sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. That is where learning the nuances of history and culture comes into play. This is why it says the newly released Israelites were going to be on the east side of Jerusalem, living in unwalled villages, and not the city of Jerusalem itself, where the enemy has set up his seed. This is why in Jeremiah 3, 14 through 17, it mentions the children of Israel will be brought to Zion, and in the same thought process, all of Jerusalem will become his land.